Hi, how's it going, guys? Today's video is a little different than most of the ones I've done. I actually had a couple videos made for today early, but yesterday I went to Mitsuwa, which is a Japanese marketplace in New Jersey. They have all sorts of stores, including a food court, a bookstore. They just recently got a Daiso, which is a Japanese drugstore. So I went yesterday with my friend, and I wanted to talk about it and show you some of the things I got, because I bought a lot of stuff. I'm only going to be showing you the stationery and a book I bought, so basically just stuff I got at the bookstore, but I did get some other things. I got a couple makeup brushes that my friend helped me choose because I needed a brush that actually worked with foundation, and none of mine work with my foundation. I got some food products. I got a melon soda while I was out, and I still have some left in the fridge because I drank like half of it, and then it was like I needed a break. I did buy some stuff for my dad at the food store there. He loves pickled ginger, like loves it to a point of no return. And of course, that's one of the things I accidentally forgot in my friend's car, so they'll be bringing it back sometime this week. But I also got a lot of ramen that my friend recommended. I got a Japanese snack, which I already ate, unfortunately, so I can't show you it really. It was basically kind of like Dunkaroos, if you remember those at all. Or it's like those Nutella to-go packets where it comes with like breadsticks and Nutella and you just dip. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying as well as I do, because I talk with my hands a lot, and my hands are kind of low for my computer to recognize constantly until I get to like right in front of my face. So sorry about that. Anyway, I got those things, as I said, but I also got some other things that were cool. I'm going to tell you about some other things that were pretty cool that I didn't buy, but that I wanted to buy. I tried to control myself. I got a book that I really love. I knew I loved it already because I had read it online. And it's a really good book. I highly recommend it. I've read it like 5 or 6 times. And last night I already reread it. It was in plastic, and I couldn't hold myself back. I needed to read it again. It's just a really amazing book. So let's get a look at the things I bought, and I'll talk about some of the things I didn't buy. The first thing I have is some washi tape. I've always wanted to have washi tape around, but I never did. I don't know if you can really see the pattern that well in the plastic, so I'm thinking about like taking off the plastic if I can figure out how. Yeah, I may have to ask my dad about that. So I got this blue and white patterned washi tape. I got a green patterned washi tape. They both say masking tape on them, but my friend told me it was washi tape. I don't know much about washi tape, so I'm guessing they're the same thing. And then I got this one with the flowers. This one's a little thinner. I don't know why, but it looks like it would be great decoration for my planner. So I figured, hey, let's get it for that. And if you were in school in the 2000s like I did, you've probably seen one of these before, kind of. It's a pen that has, in this case, 10 different colors. You have to turn this thing on top to choose your color. Most of the ones I saw when I was young, they just had a little plunger like this right here. Don't know if you can really see it. There, like that. You would pull it down, and you would get your color. Then you would press on it, and it would undo the color. I don't know what color I just picked. Apparently light blue. But in this case, you just turn the knob and it retracts the pen, and you just choose which color you want by turning the thing on top. So I thought that was really cool. I used to love these when I was a kid. I had one that this one kid kept trying to steal from me for some reason, and I just really love these, so I like having the option of having lots of different colored inks. So I'm very excited about this. And I just dropped it. I will pick that up later. These are actually pens. They're nunchuck pens. It's 2 pens that are connected, but you can play with them like a nunchuck. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing that. They're both the same kind of pen. I opened it already, obviously. I thought it was really cool because I live in Northeast New Jersey, okay? And in Northeast New Jersey, during NaNoWriMo, we call ourselves the Ninjas instead of ninjas. And this was literally packaged talking about ninjas. So I was like, ninja pens, that's perfect for me. They also had a one that looked like a sword. But I didn't buy that one because it was a little more expensive and I didn't want to buy too many pens. But I couldn't decide between them, and my friend said just pick the cheapest one, so I did. In terms of stationery, I also got the sketchbook. Unfortunately, my dad and I spilled food on it yesterday, but I got most of it off. This is a lot of paper. It's 240 pages. I think that's like in total, like back and front. It lays flat. It's got acid-free paper. And my friend got one too, and we both decided we're going to use these as little art journals, which I'm still trying to figure out what I would do with an art journal, but I wanted to do something with him, so we're both doing art journals, and I will show you at a later date when I actually put stuff in here. I will figure this out. And the final thing I want to show you today is a book I got that, as I said, I've read like 7 times now, including last night. It's called The Bride Was a Boy. If you follow me on Instagram, I actually took a picture of it and shared it on Instagram because I love this book so much, you guys. I was looking for it the last time we went to Mitsuwa, to the bookstore there, and I couldn't find it at all, and I was crying. And this time we were very careful and persevered, and my friend helped me find it, and I was able to get the book. This book is really interesting because it's actually an autobiography of sorts. The artist actually originally started by making this a comic blog to detail her life, and her husband ended up pushing her to make it into a book, into a manga, by compiling it all. And it's just an amazing thing. It's about her life as she started as a boy. She is transgender. She has a hard time dealing with the fact that she was born in the wrong body. It's very educational. She includes little side comics that explain what certain things are, like LGBT in general, the pride flag, what a transgender person is and isn't, basically, which I don't know if I'm saying that right. But it's just really sweet. I mean, she talks about coming out to her parents. She talks about coming out to her husband-to-be when she's dating him. She talks about her sex reassignment surgery. I can't remember what it's called properly now. But she talks about the surgeries she got and how she got herself legalized as a woman in Japan. She talks about all sorts of things, basically. And she's very precise with it. It has a cute art style. I'm just going to randomly show you a page. This is a random page I really like. So, on this page is actually the one where he's going to propose soon. But you can look at the back too. There's a little bit of an example of the story. It says, it starts here saying, I was born into this world as a boy. I was raised as a boy, so I grew up as a boy. I went to school as a boy and entered adult society as a boy. And then I became a bride. That's too simplified! But yeah, the book is completely not simplified like that. It goes through all the details of her life, of her transition, of finding love as she was and as she wanted to be. And I really love it, honestly. I love the way her family reacted. I love the way her husband reacted to things. I wish more people reacted to this kind of stuff in such a way, and you will understand if you read this book. So I highly recommend this. And I am just over the moon for getting it, as you can tell. I was hugging it while I was at home earlier before I opened the wrapping, because at the I think it's called Kuni bookstore over by Mitsuwa, they plastic wrap all the manga, so you can't even look in and see if it's something that would interest you. But luckily I knew it would interest me. I tried to find one other manga while I was there, which is High Rise Invasion, which is my favorite horror manga of all time. Well, one of my favorites of all time. It kind of ties with Alive, but I didn't actually think to look for Alive. I'm not sure why. But I couldn't find High Rise Invasion at all, and that upset me a little bit. They did have Cells at Work, though. And last night, the best part about that was my dad found Cells at Work on Netflix. If you don't know what Cells at Work is, it's a anime about the cells in your body being personified and how they live their lives and how different types of bacteria affect the body and stuff. They did a great job showing a creative method of explaining abrasions of the skin. It starts with a pneumococcal virus in the first episode. It's just really, really well done. It's educational, but it's also just really fun. Though it's very bloody, I will warn you that. I honestly remember the first time I watched it because I'd heard about it from a friend, but I couldn't find it. But I found a doctor on YouTube who watched it and would actually explain the science behind some of the things they were telling us, because it was actually on par to some of the science was perfectly legitimate. And he described the types of bacteria and stuff while he was watching it. But I really enjoyed that series of watching him watch it. But I really wanted to just watch the series myself. So when my dad found it on Netflix last night, we immediately started binging it a little bit. By binging, I mean we watched like 2 or 3 episodes because I got exhausted. But it is really good. I highly recommend it, even if you don't like anime. I have friends who have already seconded and thirded me on this. Cells at Work is worth it, even if you don't like anime. Just know it is very bloody. For some reason, the bacteria and blood cells and everything can bleed, which is kind of ironic to me, but oh well. It's really good. It's got some comical effect, but it's mostly kind of serious, and it's very educational and just really well done. So, highly recommend that too. That's pretty much it for my day yesterday. I normally would just be telling you most of this on Sunday, but I am very excited from it still, as you can probably tell. I am in my nightgown. I do wear my hair up in my sleep. I just can't be bothered to deal with it otherwise. I used to just braid it, but I'm lazy. So that's why my hair's a little messy. And I'm in my sleepwear. I don't actually think of this as solely a nightgown, but it is, I guess. And so that's what came to be yesterday. I got some really cool stuff, as you saw. I had a really good time. I got to have some curry. I got to try a melon bread, which is very sweet, especially the outside. I had a taste of curry bread from my friend, and that was really good too. As I said, I got melon soda. It was melon cream soda, so it's not quite the same as regular lemonade, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm probably butchering the word Ramune. I can't quite figure it out right now, but I also ended up sharing a yogurt drink of sorts with my friend, who drank some of it, didn't want any more, gave it to me. He was doing it with a straw, so it wasn't like it was a big deal. I just drank from the container, and then I couldn't finish it, and so when I got home, I gave it to my dad, so it got 3 different people drinking it. But it was really good. It was a mango-flavored yogurt drink of sorts, and it was very tasty, and surprisingly safe for my dad. So, if you don't know what I mean by safe for my dad, my father has an allergy to one of the biggest ingredients there is in the United States, especially. It's not that big in Japan, though a lot of the stuff at Mitsuwa, I think, is made in the United States, honestly, because they have a lot of things that have corn syrup in them. My dad's allergic to corn, all forms of it. He gets hives and stuff when he has it, and it's just really bad because anything from cornstarch, corn the vegetable, I'm doing this by the way, cornstarch, corn the vegetable, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup as well, obviously, corn oil, there's a sugar alcohol made out of corn, there's all sorts of things made out of corn, and it's in like 98% of things. Like, my dad has to take allergy pills for his allergy pills. That is how messed up it is. Because his pills, my dad and I are both on a fair amount of medication, and most medication is held together with cornstarch. So dad needs to take antihistamine to take his pills, but his antihistamine is also made that way, so he has to take more antihistamine to counter it. It's ridiculous. But we persevere, we read labels, and it does keep him from eating a lot of crap, honestly. Unlike him, I eat a lot of stuff with corn in it. I am not allergic, but he wasn't allergic until his 40s or 50s. I think it was in his 40s, because he's in his 50s now. I don't actually remember. I just know I was a kid in high school when we found out, pretty much. Or I was at the end of middle school, rather. Okay, I'm rambling on again, and you are probably tired of hearing me ramble, so I'm gonna get on, and in case you're new here, I know I didn't do this earlier, and I'm sorry about that. I'm Jeluna Rolick. I'm an editor and writer. I do videos on all sorts of things. If you have ideas for videos, link it down below. Comment down below and tell me if you like this video. Comment down below. If you didn't like this video, comment down below. Just comment down below in general. I'm not someone who pushes subscribing that much. If you want to, I appreciate it a lot, but you don't have to if you don't like it, obviously. I'm not going to push you to subscribe, unless you want to. I do push you, though, to comment. I have a couple videos already pre-made for next week, and I would love to hear what kind of videos you would like to see, so I can see if either one of my videos is accurate. If not, I'll probably just choose one at random. I have one that's what's in my makeup bag, and I have one that is another one of these tag things. I forget which one I did, so it'll be a surprise for both of us. for all of us. Anyway, this has been Julian Roll rambling on stop, and thank you for watching. Take care, guys.